electronics. Let me introduce myself. My full name is Alina Nachechko, and I am a pupil of Khmelnytsky Vocational High School of Electronics.
As for me, my name is Dmitry Petchenko, and I am also a pupil of this establishment.
As for me, I made my choice very long ago, because I knew for sure that my future educational establishment is Khmelnytsky Vocational High School of Electronics, where I start my studying some times ago.
Dreams or reality, how is to connect them? How to avoid mistakes in the choice of the way if you want to be happy at work? As the hard road begins with the first step.
That's why there is an urgent problem of choice. People for the trade, of profession for people, as our future into our life.
Occupation pride, occupation dignity, occupation happiness of humans basis. You can see a lot of worlds interesting and different, and each of them needed, modern, wonderful.
Hello, you're with BBC World News with me, Karen Giannoni. Our headlines: clashes have taken.
Vocational High School of Electronics. There are all necessary conditions for the students' educational process. Classrooms and laboratories with modern machines, computer labs equipped with the latest technology, and also how is without different groups at sports club.
Wow, it's so great! Perfect! What the kids come to us?
Hi, may I come in?
What's the paper to you visiting to our office? Would you like to some job or get some profession?
Of course, job, your job.
It's too late, as it's my job, but not yours. That's why you may be free.
But...
It's horrible. I have a headache.
Good afternoon, my dear. I want to start with you, let's say.
What are you saying about? What job? What profession? You should go home and have a rest. Oh, what's a horrible today's day?
Hi, Wi-Fi announced in the newspaper.
So we decided that I would be a secretary and he an electrician.
It's great, but you are very small that you study in our high school of electronics.
Is it here? A sky of School of Electronics. I would like to ask you about the conditions. What professions do you have?
Yes, of course. You might choose such profession.
Oh, it's great! And then that's this profession for me.
Good day! I am a post officer, and this letter is special for you.
Wow!
See you later, goodbye!
What is this?
Everything was started with reports in the form of letters, postcards, newspapers, magazines and other correspondence. Because the need for communication, transmission and storage of information originated and evolved with the development of human society. Indeed, mail and postal services, the ancient invention of mankind, which consists and improved over the years.
Time is ticking very fast, and let changing age, let the new year bring new technologies, but all we know that human communication will be always a big treasure, and the relationship will continue to support the best tradition of communication, giving its customers the joy and opportunity to be closer each to other. Some time ago, people had no idea about such speedy development of technical progress. Because for months or even for many years, people were expecting news from friends, relatives or loved people, always thinking of the same question: how long must it will be?
Today we talk about such popular and necessary profession as a postal operator, and of course about the history and prospects of this profession in the modern world in general. The need for obtaining news from other places and countries are deeply rooted and initially satisfied through messenger who brought messages, both oral and written or clothed in symbolic form. According to the development of human civilization was taking place some changes, different methods and means and forms of postal services. Prehistoric people used for essential communication voice, fire, smoke and some others. Then were carriers, first uttered service communication engines, feudal postal services, merchant mail. And from the 19th-20th century, postal service became as a national and began to serve the entire population. History of the mail on the territory of Ukraine dates back to Kievan Rus and employs more than 1,000 years. With the development of the internet, some analysts project a rapid stagnation of postal market. However, this did not happen. In the late 20th, early 21st century, postal service remains the most popular and cheapest type of connection, despite the rapid creation and development of automated systems for telecommunication. Space and electronic communication postal services will remain of paramount importance in the forest.
Everyone knows that the profession postal operator you can get only in our educational institution, among others in Khmelnytsky region. Today, postal operator is a worker who has to know the rules of postal services and be able to provide its quality, to know their tariffs and be able to work with them, be tolerant, educated and of course polite and modest. Despite enormous advances in science and the burst of new means of communication, mail will still be carried out their useful and hard tasks. To receive, process, set and give it signed and ordinary international and recommendance correspondence. To subscribe to periodicals and handwritten correspondence, to control the delivery of mail and periodicals, to sort some informational tables and make changes to it, to sort and lay out the postage and periodicals in conveying station and publishing for the postman.
In some countries, for example in Germany, the UK, USA and some other new payment methods simply send mail with the help of the internet. In the USA and Europe are also common so-called prepared letters and postcards. There were some opinions about creation of postal banks, prospects Ukrposhta or mail hybrid network of post offices, delivery of the future, a new approach to customer service, new services and service delivery, innovation and technology. New mail presented new services and revealed ambitious plans for the future.
These are declared a number of innovations
and expressions of the network's branch and increase the perimeter.
new online services and IT solutions that allow one-click access to all necessary information about their service department and tracking orders.
Simple patterns of the integration with the company, 24/7 customer support center and update website, and the development of the data communication in social networks.
Online lending services and additional services for e-commerce.
Diversification of the guarantees the integrity of any types of items.
Introducing innovative new forms of branches, the post office.
Update the mail is evidence of dynamics and self-confidence. The company not only changes its appearance, but introduces the most advanced innovation in logistics services, sets new quality level. New Mail confirms its name, always offering something new.
So, the content of vocational training regularly update in accordance with changes in science, technology, manufacturing, or service, labor, and so on. Through the development of new technological standards, curricula and model training programs, workers and first of all the youth must have a good formed qualification that for the helping for that to compete in the job market and meet the modern demand of employers. And it's of course possible owing to the quality of professional education. So, we would like to invite you to our educational establishment into Khmelnytsky Vocational High School of Electronics, which is situated in Khmelnytsky Ternopilska Street 40.1.